Hello and welcome. I am Oiza Adaba. I'm coming to you live from New York and from the Africa Related Studios in New York. I'm so excited today. As usual, I'm always excited to have the great guests I have on, and you caught a glimpse of it earlier, and I'm going to show her to you again. She is none other than Morin Obaweya. Morin.O, as she is popularly known, is the founder, the creative force behind Morin.O, the brand, of course. That is the leather artistry, leather brands that she's come up with. She's a serial entrepreneur and has been in the business, has been known as the queen of arts because she started early on when nobody else was doing any of this. She started off as a studio with her studio Life Strokes Studios that started back in the 90s. And that was one of the first art galleries that I, as an art enthusiast, even remember back in the day in Lagos, Nigeria. So it is my privilege to welcome to the Africa Related Studios Morin Obaweya, otherwise known as Morin.O. Morin.O, you are so welcome.
Hello, Isa. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Indeed, I'm excited to have you here. We have been talking and talking and talking for years about so many different areas of your work. And also, I have been a fan and I have been following you religiously and watching your growth, as a woman leader, as a as an entrepreneur, and also as a creative person. I'm so privileged to be talking to you today. I would like you to take us through this journey, first and foremost, to where you are today, this creative force behind Morin.O. Give us a little bit of a backstory of where you've come from and to where you are today, and then we'll be able to tell the viewers a little bit about your works later.
Great. Well, I would say my creative path started from way back when I, with the creative genes, I believe that kind of flows through my family line. I come from a family of creatives. We have photographers, we have theater artists, we have those who were in architecture, those who were in art. I've always felt that creative pull, even though what I studied in university was pharmacy. Incidentally, I trained to be a pharmacist, but shortly after graduation, I still felt, you know what, I need to be able to express this creativity that is within me. And I thought, well, uh, let me just give it a shot. And I started first by uh, starting an art gallery. Prior to that, I did a few businesses that had to do with gifts, everything creativity, everything that had creativity in it. And then shortly after that, I thought, you know what, let me expand this and start an art gallery. And I thought, well, who do I know that is into arts that we can collaborate with? I reached out to a couple of artists that I knew way back in school, and we got together. And the first thing we did was to curate an exhibition, and that exhibition turned out to be a very huge success, which gave me a lot of confidence to continue in that path. And then we continued. I opened an art gallery, Life Strokes Art Gallery, which gave me an opportunity to travel far and wide, both in Africa, in Asia, Europe, America, because I was looking out for creative talent. First and foremost, I was looking out for creative talent in Africa and Asia. And then we took a lot of those creative talents outside to Europe, to America, to do exhibitions. And, it was really, really a very engaging and fulfilling period of my life, because I was able to explore the things that my passion and what I was passionate about. In the course of running the gallery, I had an opportunity to be invited and sponsored to a training in Accra, Ghana. And that training had to do with women entrepreneurs in handicrafts. There I felt, you know what, I need to be able to express my own individual style of creativity as opposed to promoting other artists that I had done for so many years. And that period, that training was like an aha moment for me. And I began to think that what platform or what tool was I going to engage in expressing my own personal line of creativity? And I thought, you know what, I could work with leather. Leather is colorful, it is pliable, it is durable, it is
Hmm.
consistent. I mean, we can create things with it. And that was how the story of Morin.O started. When I came
I
back, designed
see.
a few bags, and here we are today.
Indeed. And I'm so excited to show a range of your works because really, the quality of it all, we're going to have a chance to see some of these and how the process to making them later on in the show. But again, having gone through this journey, and getting to where you are today. Definitely, it is not, I'm sure it's not been easy. It has been challenging being a woman and a woman business owner and functioning in a country like Nigeria. So tell us a little bit about how that has been for you in terms of working in Nigeria, from Nigeria and in Nigeria.
Wow, that is quite a story to tell. I like the way that you said first being a woman, and my mind just went to to emotional competence, and level playing fields and acceptance, in the business circle. It's really been challenging. I can't even hide that. I'm not even going to quote it. It's been challenging, the journey. But, like every journey in life, there are ups and there are downs. And I think the downs are really meant to kind of consolidate strength and consolidate, and kind of tune your approach in doing anything you want to do. So I don't want to say that the downs have been so much that it's impacting on the journey. No, I think the downs are also part of the experience, but it has been challenging, and there are different areas in which one encounters that challenge. First and foremost, we're a country that we are not. This is not our major skill set, as it were. Being able to do this handicrafts, finish to this state. So that is a challenge because there's a dearth of skilled artisans. There's a scarcity of skilled artisans. So for you to be able to have a pool of people to work with, you need to be able to nurture and train them. And that is a challenge because you are confronting mindsets. You're confronting mindsets that sometimes tend to be retrogressive. You're you're confronting mindsets that don't have the idea or the picture of the kind of finishing you are looking at. So there's a lot of friction. And incidentally, I just had one with one of my artisans yesterday because he just couldn't get it why I was upset about the quality of work that the mistakes he had made, and he felt, you know what, let's live with this mistake. I don't even know why you're getting all upset about the mistake. So
Like you can get away with it,
absolutely,
you don't
absolutely,
they're very minor, very minute, nobody
yes,
would notice those type of
exactly.
excuses. Yes.
And he's saying to himself, why is she making such a big fuss? And I'm saying to him, I'm making such a big fuss because I can't take this to my client. I
Hmm.
can't. It's out of the question. So that is one of the challenges we face in this part of the world. Another
Mm,
challenge, of course, is the infrastructure. The infrastructure in our environment.
mm,
Uh, a lot of things are not working the way they are meant to work. So you're dealing with the generator, you are dealing with the roads, you're dealing with logistic issues, but all those things are surmountable because that's what innovation and creativity is all about. You try
mm.
one path, it doesn't work, you look for another, and that is what that is the life of an entrepreneur. So I don't want to focus too much on that. But other challenges, of course, include, maybe access to finance, access to markets, the typical
Mm.
challenges that every entrepreneur faces. But then those challenges are not insurmountable.
Indeed, indeed. And what does it take to make these beautiful works? I mean, tell us about the process and the patterns and the selection. What actually goes into a design process? And you say, oh, I like this, or this color should be in, or I can work with this, or is it? Do you sample from your buyers, or is it just all from your creative brain?
Um, Actually, it's a process. It's a process.
Hmm.
It's a developmental process. So first and foremost, it starts with the idea, the concept. And the idea, the creativity, comes as a result of a fusion of so many things.
Hmm.
So, for example, um, I'm inspired by people, places, and that's why I like to travel. So I'm looking at the scenery, I'm looking at the colors, I'm looking at combinations. Then I begin to process it. It starts with you setting up what is called like a mood board. A mood board, you're bringing little bits and pieces of your influences, and
Hmm.
then you're having you're beginning to have a design process that is coming up, that is welling up in you, and you begin to work on it. You begin to put the little bits and pieces together until the idea just comes together, boom, and you know what you want to do. You begin to
Hmm.
put it down. As you put it down and do the design, a lot of things come into play because the design determines the kind of materials you're going to use. So that
Hmm.
is where your sampling and your looking for the material comes into play, because the design might look fantastic and you see a particular material you want to use, but because of the nature and the construction of the design, that
Hmm.
particular material or that particular kind of leather may not be appropriate for that design. So, but with the design, you are able to begin to sample the kind of leathers and you test that will be appropriate for that design. You know, after
Okay.
after
Hmm.
which you now set up like a prototype. That is just the
Hmm.
beginning of the process.
Wow. And I'm sure you're involved in every single moment of this. You have to be for things to work out. But we're going to take a very quick 15-second break. And when we come back, we're going to be viewing what others have to say about Morino. Stay tuned.
like we have African Fashion Week abroad and in London, LA, stuff like this needs to be exhibited out there right away internationally. So just do good work, neat work. Usually for most people, when I see, when I tell them it's made in Nigeria, totally made in Nigeria, the leather is Nigerian, everything is Nigerian. They're like, okay, open it, let me see. And then I open it for them. I said, wow, this is so neat. Everything, the stitching. How can we help these people? By buying. When we buy from them, we make them
Hmm.
better because we're buying. We're like, okay, you need to tweak this or tweak that. So just being aware of what is going on around you, being able to stand side by side with your international I wouldn't say competitors, but the international brands, you want to be able to stand side by side with them. It's not an overnight work. It takes time. It takes reinvention. It takes, discarding some products, reinventing new ones, discarding some designs, reinventing new ones, tweaking them, making them better.
Hmm.
So Nigeria is a very entrepreneurial country. So I really think that entrepreneurs are being encouraged. Perhaps what we want to talk about is how women can have access to capital. Maybe that's one of the questions should talk
Indeed.
about. And I think, seminars out there, I think it's mentorship more than anything else. Find out how other people did it and learn from them so you don't make the same mistakes that they made and you don't suffer when they say you did.
Wow. Wow, sis, we can see your work. It is, not only beautiful, but amazing and also highly inspiring as well. And there was one area there that was touched on, and that is mentorship. And I know that is one thing that you're very, very big on. So we would like to take on that subject of mentorship. And I know particularly you're working with women and girls, and you're also working with rural communities. And, I'd want you to take on the issue of mentorship and bring it down to some of the projects that you're currently working with. And then we'll be able to play some videos about that later.
Great. One of the, like you rightly said, one of the things I'm passionate about also is the mentorship. Mentorship, because mentorship gives you an opportunity. It's like a hand holding opportunity. You may read whatever it is you're reading in school, or you read in books, but it's not the same, bouncing back so many things on whoever it is that is hand holding you through the process. That
Mm,
gives a kind of hands-on approach to learning. So I'm very passionate about mentorship, and especially mentoring women and girls and youth, because they're open to being changed. They're open to receiving that knowledge, and then you can have the opportunity of guiding them through, for them not to make the same mistakes you may have done in the past, and also to bring your experience to the fore in their impacting their lives, influencing the way they see things, their perceptions, and being
mm,
able to help them through the process of seeing that, making a bag to a quality standard is about service, is about customer delivery, is about making sure that whatever you're doing it excellently well. So that's one area that I'm really, really passionate about. Working with communities is another area that we are very keen on and excited about. And one of the opportunities we've recently had is the opportunity of working in collaboration with Ita'i Our Cloth, building communities of women that um, are doing the weaving of, indigenous Nigerian fabric on the loom. And that is such a great opportunity, because this is a craft or an art that has, prior to now, has not really been a very sustainable one, in the sense that the knowledge has not, is not being translated down the younger ones. But
mm,
now with that collaboration, there's a lot of encouragement that women are being given. That way, um, we can preserve that craft. That
Hmm.
way, that craft can be sustainable because it is very authentic to us and very, very beautiful. And a lot of things can um, come out from that because once there's access to markets, there's social impact, there's economic impact on the
Hmm.
weavers community. So putting together and supporting this the Ita'i Our Cloth brand
Hmm.
in using the fabric that is being woven. It's really for us a dream come true in establishing, supporting communities.
Hmm. I took a look at the brand and I was very, very excited. Not just because I'm from Okene, and this is home, and this is very, very close to home for me. But taking a look at the brand and also knowing that the things that they're working with. I cannot say much. All I'm going to do is just play the video for you so that you can see exactly what is going on with Morin.O Artistry and her partnership with Ita'i Our Cloth. Wow! I want that one. I want that one. Oh. Mm. Mm. Hmm. Mm. Amazing, amazing. Sustaining weavers throughout, indeed. This is great work, Morino. I can't even, oh my goodness. How did you come about this? My
It's a process.
word, it is so they're beautiful, they're colorful. I'm here shouting and I'm actually wearing an Ibira cloth. This is a
Wow.
woven jacket, that our women made. And, thank you, Zizikado. She's the designer for this. Another sustainable collaboration that we're talking about here. So, how has this partnership worked between you and Ita'i? And what is the impact on the rural women, the actual people that do the weaving of these fabrics?
Well, first and foremost, we this like I said earlier is really a dream come true. We have been talking with the Ita'i Our Cloth brand for years, wanting to bring this beautiful fabric that is hand woven in Ibira land to fuse it with our leather and our creativity in making products that are beautiful and that will be appreciated all over the world. So it's
Mm.
been an ongoing discussion. We are so excited that finally we were able to get it all together. But it was really brought to fore by Ita'i Our Cloth brand because they were the ones that put together, went, discovered the women, tried to develop the whole process with the women more, made sure that they were done to standard and brought that fabric to us for us to be able to craft, the bags and the accessories fusing them with leather. So,
Hmm.
you know, that has been the journey. But it has impacted these women because now we are showcasing this fabric together with our own leather as products to the world.
Hmm.
You know, and then we're sharing those authentic stories of the women, their journey, and you know, showcasing the creativity, the beauty, and the art that comes out of that place. That way, you find out that there is more economic and advancement because when there's access to market, when there's appreciation, when there's support, it streams down to the women because that way the women's lives are enhanced. They
Hmm.
now don't do this cloth and not find where it's going to be sold. They're not, you know, they're being appreciated for their art. It comes with a sense of well-being apart from the economic impact, which is huge. And
Hmm.
when it impacts women, anything that impacts women impacts their communities. So
Indeed.
when it impacts them, it impacts their families, it impacts their children, it impacts the community, and everyone is the better for it.
Hmm. No doubt. Let's take a clip from. There was a webinar sometime, a Zoom call, I believe, some time ago, where we were all able to connect with these women in the village. So I'd like to share a clip from that, and let's see. Hmm. And that is Zizi Kado that was speaking at that conversation between the three ethnic brands that we had some time ago. Again, with Morino, you were part of that. You saw the women. We were able to experience. What did you take out of that in terms of actually going to the ground, seeing it, seeing the actual impact on these women?
Oh, it's for me. It's a beautiful story because it shows a fulfillment of the dream because the women, you know, you have this passion that look, these women's lives should be changed. The impact, and then you see it in reality. So I don't know. It's such a dream come true, and for me, it shows that you know for the kind of sustainable impact that has to go there. There is a process, there is a coming together. It's about
Hmm.
connection, it's about community, it's about collaboration because without Ita'i Our Cloth, we would not have been able to actualize this dream and this vision.
Mm, mm.
For me, it was really exciting, a dream come true.
Let's take another impact video. This one is actually about the women. It was such an enjoyable experience, being there, having, with you. And, you saw the impact on these people, on these women's lives, and, the process of you know, developing these relationships. It have not been easy, but we can see the impact on this women's life. Now tell
Well,
us, Morino,
well,
what is
well,
next for your collaboration with Ita'i Our Cloth, and what is next? What can we expect to see in the future? What is on top of your table right now?
Well, of course, we're looking at more collections. We're looking at
Mm-hmm.
expanding our designs
Mm,
into full blown collections. We're thinking the runway. We're thinking pop up pop up shops in a couple of it could be virtual pop up shops for now,
mm,
since we're
mm.
restricted in our movement. But we're looking at the runway. We're looking at featuring these designs, and by extension, featuring the stories of these women on a larger platform. We're looking
Mm,
at collaborations that could come out of this. We're looking at support, um, because this is not something that just one person or one brand or Ita'i Our Cloth or Morin.O alone can do. We need to support these women more. We need
mm.
to support the project that enhances the creativity of these women, which is building a community center where they can have better working conditions and be
Indeed.
able to produce more in a more comfortable environment. So I believe that these are things that we are looking at with respect to the Ita'i Our Cloth
Hmm.
project and women. We are really looking at, we're really excited already at the things that could unfold as a result of more people coming together in this partnership, supporting these women, and and also supporting the supporting brands
Indeed.
that are featuring Ita'i Our Cloth.
Hmm.
The other projects that we have upcoming are the full launch of our um, bag making academy for women, girls,
Hmm.
and youth. Yes, and
That I'm
of
looking
course,
forward to. I am excited about that. Anything that
uh,
has to do with education and training, and just the furtherance of this. I am. We're all for that, and we're putting your website and everything out there so that you can have also those future collaborations that you're looking for. So tell us a little bit more about this plan for the training academy.
okay. Handbag making the Morin.O way, which fuses both traditional and modern techniques,
Hmm.
and, our own innovative ways of approaching our bag making design, is something that we have come to put together, together with our passion for training women and youth and
Mm.
girls together. And we just thought, what, we can pass this knowledge to these girls and youth and give them a means of artistic expression, as well as a means of livelihood and economic impact. So we're putting together, the training modules, like I said, that is a fusion of our traditional way of making bags, and also the Morin.O way that we make bags, and modern techniques to bring out, this unique process for them to learn, imbibe, and use to enhance their lives and as a means of livelihood, and of course to place our beloved country on a global on the global map of
Hmm.
handmaking.
Hmm. Why not? I mean, we're the chief of importing. We see our ships come in full and leave empty, to other countries, and nothing goes out of our country. Rather, we're and we're sustainable. We can do it. We have it within us to do. So I think these are very, very very, very serious points that you have raised, and we hope. And this is all part of tourism. This is all part of developing our culture, our cultural heritage as
Absolutely.
Africans. And your bags, the comments are coming in. Your bags are so beautiful. People are like, "Where can we get it?" You have the website right there where you can get it. I would like to share. With our audience some of the plans that are coming up regarding Ita'i. Morino spoke about it earlier. This is the proposed site for the Ita'i Weaving Training Center that Morin spoke about earlier. So let's just take a quick look at this video, and that will tell us more about the center. Okay. There we go. That's the plan for the new weaving training center in Okene. And again, we are still talking with Morino, talking about exciting plans for this project. That land, by the way, I gather is donated by Dr. and Mrs. Teresa and Tom Adaba. And they are indigents of Okene, and that land is strategically located where this weaving training center that would be to further benefit of these women and girls would be located. So we invite you all to join in and look at the site again and see where you can donate. We're still talking with Morin.O. Excited to have her still in the studio. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be rounding up shortly, and we'll have some gift giveaways for you. So don't go away. Still here, still excited. Morino, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Like you, I'm super excited.
At the possibilities, at the prospects, at future partnerships. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you collaborate with more and more and more. And I think Ita'i also is looking forward to more and more designers partnering with them in developing these projects ahead. So tell us as well what gifts, giveaways. I gather you have something for our audience or our viewers. What do you have, and how can they get it, and what should they do? I know I have picked out the bags that I want, you know. So how can our audience get to you?
Okay. Well, we have this beautiful bag we call the Lola bag.
Okay.
Previously, Before now, we were doing it only in leather, but when the Ita'i cloth came, we said, you know what, this would look nice. And it was one of the bags that was featured in the documentary, incidentally. And
Hmm.
it's called the Lola bag. But after doing it with the Ita'i, with the Okene cloth, with the woven cloth, we decided to call it Lola by Lola Ita'i, our Ita'i from
Ah,
our city.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
so
Interesting.
so, so, so that's the bag that we have for our giveaway. It's like I said, it was featured in the documentary. It's one that had the black and white stripes in the studio that was sitting there waiting to be gifted.
Ah, okay, okay. I got it.
It's the
I'm actually looking for it right now. So keep talking while I look for it, and
it's
we're
the
going
bag
to.
that
Mm-hmm.
it's the bag that is waiting there to be gifted. So So we want to gift out Lola because she's one of Lola by Ita'i, because she's one of the very first bags we created using the Ita'i cloth, and we're going to do that giveaway. But we would like whoever we're giving um, out that bag to, first and foremost, to follow us on Instagram, and follow us on Instagram. Tag 5 people and tell us 3 things about Morin.O and Ita'i Our Cloth.
Hmm.
Morin.O and Ita'i Our Cloth. The brands that have come together to collaborate to do those bags. This particular one is a crossbody bag. It's a crossbody bag, and a it has ruffles, and at the base it has a thin strip of leather in the middle of the fabric, and it can be carried as a crossbody. So that also is out for a giveaway. And like I said, we would like you to please follow us on Instagram at Morin.O, Morin.O. Tag
Mm-hmm.
5 of your friends to follow us, and then you tell us 3 things you know about Ita'i Our Cloth and Morin.O collaboration.
There we have it, ladies and
And then
gentlemen.
we
Take
would,
advantage of this.
yes, then we will announce the winner and have you send us your delivery details for us to deliver the bag to you.
You guys ship internationally, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Anywhere you are in the world, we would ship it to you.
Hmm.
So let's go international.
All right, there we go. I love that. Maureen, it is such a pleasure. I can tell you. And it's been so, it's such an honor to have you. And thank you again for your time. Thank you for all the work that you do at Morino. Thank you for the beautiful accessories that your creative self is, and your team also has developed. Thank you for working with women and working with indigenous women and girls, and the interest, and for developing our tourism industry. All of these count. All of these count. And, we truly appreciate you and everything that you do. We have been speaking with a beautiful, creative, self-starter, entrepreneur, art enthusiast and ambassador, Morin Obaweya, also known as Morin.O, who is the CEO of Morin.O Leather Artistry. Thank you so much again for coming to the studio.
Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you. I really
Great.
appreciate it.
Thanks. And that's it for today. My goodness, until next time when we bring you another fantastic and wonderful guest in our studio. I am Oiza Adaba. Stay tuned.